く粉砕よく見ておくように。回避は許しません。どうなのどうなのどうなの。聞きません。聞きません。よく見ておくように。粉砕します。いいでしょう。回避は許しません。エリザードリル。聞きません。エリザリュー正解。
なぞ飴細工。雲をこぼせサバーニー。ザクロとチェ。お任せを召喚。ザクロとチェ。お任せを。魂なぞ飴細工。雲をこぼせサバーニー。ザクロとチェ。
標本受けてみるか。お任せを。これぞ我が伝説の企画。我が肉体は鳥のごとく皆もんよ。弾道で発想飛び。たっそこをどけ。入海至極。承知。お任せを。たっやっはっあっせいあいた。我が竜理炭いざ。はい承知。シャナ王竜理炭発想飛び。生クラだ。やっ源氏の恐怖体に刻み込め。
はい任せろ。行くぞ。はいどうだそら。計算通りだそら。行くぞ。はいどうだ鍵ついたぞ。まだまだ。行くぞ。計算では次の方が行くぞ。任せろ。エルモピライエルモテイヤどうだ鍵ついたぞ。
そうするか。静かにな。静かにな。急所を射抜く。これが大気のさ。捨てないように行くぜ。贅沢に行かせてもらうかね。さて、何を打つ。焦ることはないか。さて、何を打つ。あのリンそうするか。当てるさ。それ以外に何か言う必要あるかい。当てるシーズン。これが大気のさ。仕留めよう。贅沢にさせてもらうかね。そこにいるな。急所を射抜く。これが大気のさ。仕留めよう。贅沢にさせてもらうかね。そこにいるな。当てるさ。それ以外に何か言う必要あるかい。当てるシーズン。これが大気のさ。仕留めよう。贅沢にさせてもらうかね。
ピンチチャンスに。時短了解。ブーストスタート。有効レンジ入りました。ブオーンスーパーですので。バンカーボルトリロード。了解。時短装填済みです。神明東映保管。これは多くの道、多くの夢を捨てた人間意志。証明せよロードキャメロット。インターセプターぶっ飛べ。バーニア突撃します。ターン。 了解。一歩前にブーストストライクターンバスターハイアングルバランスワー。もう少し、あと少し。
任せとけ。あ、行くか。はっそれこいつ動くなよ。行くか。あ、任せとけ。あ、任せとけ。燃えろ。それはっ
謝を言ってくれる。負けんよ、出番だそうな。大体適材適所ではないのだ。そうだろう。せいと、どうだ。重装歩兵前へ。さあ、上げてい
参ります。痛み、痛み、苦しみ、ごめんなさい、殺し。承知。苦しみ、苦しみ、苦しみ、ごめんなさい、殺し。あなたの真意地、あなたを主命を受諾。はい、承知。熱く熱くとろけるようにあなたの体と心焼き尽くす。ザバーニーヤ。苦しみ、痛み、ごめんなさい、殺し。
そうしましょう。良い、そうしましょう。参ります。人馬一体。良い、そうしましょう。陣中に呂布、馬中に関と、今や一つ。ロケーションコントロール。参ります。 そうしま良いでしょう。参ります。聞かぬ。今こそ。なるほど、そうしましょう。陣中に呂布、馬中に関と、今や一つ、イテーションコントロール。参ります。
起こす気我がやったああ起きちゃうぞ
地を巡るは鏡のまぶたしアリソーアウェイク
ほい魂を起こすなよさすがと思ったぞどっか行けどういう遊びどういう遊びどういう遊び戦うぞ我が輩だわっは魂を起こすなよほいおわそんなこと怒ったぞどっか行けどういう遊びどういう遊びどういうひどいぴょった我が輩だああ起きちゃうぞ
地を巡るは鏡のまぶたしアリソーアウェイク
ほい魂を起こすなよいいのかななんだっけ
How about now? Anything now? No? Nothing still? What is happening? How about now? Nothing still? Oh no! I still can't hear anything. What's happening? This is so sad. Okay, wait. Okay, I have voice, but I have no game audio. What's going on with the game? Okay, I have voice. Okay, I have voice, but I have no game audio. What's going on with the game? I'm trying here. I promise. I really am. Don't hold it against me! Hiya! Where is the manager to fix this garbage? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. It's not. Oh my god! It's not difficult on OBS. Is it too soft? Too soft on mic? Didn't I just max the gain out?
Also, I wasn't speaking into the mic. Like, I had my head turned because I'm looking on a second computer to like look at the stream. Okay, now I'm speaking into the mic. Right now here, testing, 1, 2, 3. Also, I wasn't speaking. I'm looking on a second computer. Now I'm speaking. Right. Testing, 1, 2, 3. What if I just spoke louder? Does that work? Does that do anything? If I just speak louder? What if I just spoke louder? Does that do anything? If I just speak louder? What about now? I don't know. It's really like it's loud in my ears. Right, loud. This is really loud. Drop. What? Oh. You know what it is? I can kind of hear the this is not good. Does it help? Am I actually able to be heard and understood now? Does it help? Am I actually able to be heard and understood now? Yes. Okay, we'll keep it at this. I have monitoring on so that I can like hear myself. In my own ears, I sound normal, like normal volume. But I guess it's coming out differently on the actual stream. Okay. Keep it at this. I'll need to have to like fix this later. So that I can like hear myself. In my own ears, I sound normal. Okay, what about now? Is it have I hit satisfactory yet? Well, not even satisfactory, just is it less shit than it was? That's what I'm looking for. Less shit. Disable monitoring. Alright, that worked. Wish game sound is louder. Okay, I can make the game sound a bit louder. Is it really not loud? Because it sounds like really loud to me. I can turn it up. I didn't think it was like quiet. Like I can turn it up more. Well, if I'm being honest, it's not just OBS. It's not just OBS. I'm hearing the game sound from my own computer because the way I'm doing this is I'm mirroring my phone onto the computer, and then I'm having OBS stream the window of the mirror. Oh, she maxes out. Okay, I guess. All right then. I can do that. Or at least near max. Hopefully that works. Okay. So I think we're doing good now. Sounds better now. Okay, cool. We're sticking with this then. We'll stick with this then. I will fix the rest of it later then. Step 1, get less bad mic. Alright. What was I doing again? We'll do Mighty Chain.
我が輩だそこ危ないぞウィーンあましいなよどっか行け
To be honest, audio balancing is usually the issue. I wasn't even planning to do this. I just, like, I saw the mic next to me. And then I was just like, well, Kiri was talking about getting him into FGO, so I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. Yeah, mute. That makes sense. Mute, don't watch, don't anything, you're perfectly fine. This is all 10 out of 10 spoilers. Now I definitely need to check like the rest of the stream though, because how long was I, inaudible? I need to check and make sure if I was actually being heard throughout the rest of the stream. What do we have here again? You know what? We'll go. I forgot how much HP he had. I actually don't want to use Ku because he's actually really good. So instead, we'll use Hector, because he's less good. Man, I was hoping to get, like, further in, but it takes so much work to actually get through this fight.
Okay. Hee hee! Okay.
It's a good thing I didn't pull Ku out. It would have been such a waste. Alright, and then we're gonna use his NP just to like show you it. Well, none of that actually matters because he's going to kill this turn anyway, or he'll get really close to it. All right. What health bar is that? Like 5? We're at like 4 or 5, something like that. All right. Oh no, 5 health bars. I think we can at least get done the next few. So it's another story section. Like I said, I'm just trying to speed through this. But it's the same thing. All that's happening is that along the way, all of the people who have kind of helped you throughout the chapter come back at the very end to try and, you know, stop Ort. And as you can see, Ort made a lot of progress because we stopped trying to fight it, because Master, you know, Ritsuka, was literally dying from overexertion. So that cutscene, it is a rescue goal actually joins the fight, and she helps stall for a little bit. That's essentially what's happening there. She's just helping stall. You know what? In appreciation of Rina helping, I'm going to use Gramps. I'm gonna pull out the Gramps as thanks. During the rescue goal portion of the fight, we get a lot of buffs, like increased HP, a little bit of damage, a little bit of NP gain. I actually shouldn't have used that. That was an NP charge skill. I kind of wasted that, but it's whatever. First Hassan is like really cool. 300k, look at that. Do not mess with Gramps. I mean, I give him the evade, but he's gone this turn anyway. He won't survive. Alright, get him up out of here. Look at that. 1,000,000 damage by himself. First Hassan goat. Alright. We got more fights, Maybe I should just use the... Nah, I can't use the strong servants yet. Phase 2, or technically Phase 3, is a bit worse, and they take away the buffs. I forgot what his class he was. Saber. Okay, I can do that. Oh, I'm out of, like, low rarities. Okay. Or, nope, we're not. We got Bedivere. I don't want to use Bedivere. I don't want to use him either. Where is she? I just saw her. She was here somewhere. Here it is. Saber Altar. I want to use her. Fall, fall, fall. I don't think this is enough. I think this is only a 20%. In which case, I really don't want to use it right now. So we'll do this instead. BA. Alright, cool. And then we're going for Buster. So we'll give her all the buffs. And then blow him up. 400k. Close. Oh yeah, she's walking into this. Ah, 92. That's unfortunate. You know what? No, that's not. We'll do that. 80, 80, 70. And of course the Buster fails. But we can end the fight on a really cool NP. So, thing is, after this fight, actually going to be, like I said, a phase 3, where all of his HP bars end up jumping up to 1.2 million. And that's where I'm saving all the pretty strong units for. Because it's 1.2 million, and I don't get the same buffs that I have right now. And that's what I'm worried about. Yes, hello there, Ace Burner. Or jump scare in my PGRCC. Yes. I will eventually, not eventually, soon, hopefully soon, within a couple of days, just put out a short little announcement. Because I have abandoned you all for too long. I'm like some toxic ex. You get a little bit of attention, then I vanish off the face of the earth. But yes, I do also play Fate Grand Order. And there is a new story chapter coming out. And I have to get to Overcall. What's it called? No, this isn't the second stage yet. We're almost there. We got a couple more HP bars. But they just put out the summer event. And then after that is Overcall 3. Ordeal Call 3. And I, of course, have to actually clear the prologue in order to do Ordeal Call. Since OC3 is like a limited time chapter. So I can't put this off any longer. Who am I using? We'll do... I don't have a lot of offensive casters. Oh, you know what? Here we go. We'll do Gilgamesh. $1K Saint Quartz. Yes, 1K Saint Quartz. I definitely need all of that. I'll be honest. I need to look. I mean, not okay. It's not permanently limited. Like, I know it gets added to the shop eventually. I know there's a gap between when it's actually added. And I want to do it, like, right when I get there. Like, right when it becomes available. I want to be able to do it.
今日はオフだというできる男のよ。今日はオフだというのにまったく王のボトルでも入れておくか。
Come on, my king. If you can beat Tiamat, you can beat Ort.
矢を構えよ。俺が許す。至高の際をもってウルクの守りを見せるがいい。まだまだ物足りん。祭りだ。
How do I enjoy Lostbelt forever? So, truth be told, I actually played up to this part of Lostbelt 7 way back when it came out. It's just that for the past like year, I've been not wanting to complete the fight just because I enjoy redoing the raid so much. So I've definitely been enjoying the chapter. Like, this isn't like a fresh playthrough or anything. I have a personal hatred of Kukulkan. It has nothing to do with the story. It's purely because someone else I know really likes her, and I like Koyanskaya of Dark. And they're both AoE buster forces, and one of them is much better than the other, and I choose to live in delusion. So that makes me hate it. But the chapter is actually fantastic. I really love the Dinos. They're hilarious. My Shiki Dino is amazing. Tezcatlipoca is actually the best character in the chapter. I love him so much. He's so cool. What's her name? Tlala? I really like her too. I ended up inviting her. Fellow Koyanskaya sim. Alright, there we go. Last HP bar for phase 1, and then we can move on to phase 2, which is thankfully shorter. Yeah, but I'm definitely looking forward to, like, the ordeal calls now that I've finally made up my mind to actually do it. My voice is muffled. Can I fix that? Can I fix that? I wonder, does this... Okay, let me know if this actually helps, because I'm speaking directly into the mic right now. Let me know if this is muffled. Oh, okay. Let me adjust the mic then. Hold on, I'm gonna disappear for a bit. All right. Can you see it on screen? I tried doing both. I moved the mic and I lowered the volume. Let me know if that works a little better. Maybe I'll turn this down a little bit too. See if that does anything. Oh, that's better? Okay, yeah, I'll keep it like this then. I was rushing to get this set up because I was trying to make a joke. I was making a joke, so I hurry up and set this up. So I didn't have time to like fine tune it. So I'm definitely gonna work on that. Making this a little bit better. A lot better. What are we? Rider and the Assassins. We can use Chiome. That's cool. We'll use the ninja assassin lady. All right, can we go million for million?
必ずせっはっ
He would crit. He would.
承知
I think. What's this? NPCL special attack. I don't think Ort counts as demonic. I'm fairly certain he doesn't. You know, just threat to humanity, but I'll throw it on there anyway. No, I forgot the attack buff. Rip.
我が血をたたえ我が罪を宝具断片来たれオロチ
In all honesty, because of the way I have the recording set up, I can't really hear like what the stream sounds like. All I hear is the sound of the game, and that's because I'm hearing the sound of the game from my computer, not from like OBS. It sucks, but I didn't have time to figure out how to fix it. Oh, look at that, back-to-back MP. I'm that guy. Do that just in case. We'll do another
お
NP.
まはっ呪え我が血をたたえ我が罪を宝具断片来たれオロチ
Like, But I wonder, you said you play JP, so how are the ordeal calls compared to, you know, the Lost Belts? What do you think? Better than the Lost Belts? Worse? About average? I'm interested to know what I'm walking into. Alright, we got one more. Archers. She's got skills, but no, I didn't do her NP interlude. Okay, never mind. I just got Ishtar for the GSSR, so I haven't had time to like build her for real yet. What are your skills looking like? Okay, that's fine. Tristan, be my blade. You know what? I can see OC3 being pretty difficult just because of the fact that it's a bunch of like moon cancers, right? It's the moon cancer chapter, right? So I can see why it would be difficult if you don't have like a lot of offensive rulers. Let's see, story-wise, OC4 over 2 and 3, 2 and 3 over 1. Okay, so they get better as you go. All right, that's not bad. That's pretty good. At least they're improving. That's definitely good. At least they're getting better each chapter. OCD is good if you're an extrovert guy. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really know. I think the only thing I care about is a right eagle. I don't really know what happens in Ordeal Call 3. I just know it's got like a lot to do with moon cancers and BB. Somehow I have stayed relatively spoiler free. I haven't I haven't really tried to stay spoiler free. I don't care too much about spoilers. Especially in this game with, you know, the 2-year gap. But I just haven't paid a lot of attention to like some alternate universe maybe, something like that. Still has his quick buff. I'll use triple quick. Go, Tristan. You were an asshole in Camelot, but time to redeem yourself. Complete destruction in my ass. Probably for the best. What, avoiding the spoilers? Is it like a a good like plot twist or something that happens during like Yo Call 3. Oh, you know what? I got lost. I should probably have let that cutscene play. But so we beat the first phase of the boss fight, and then we find out that the version of Ort that we've been fighting isn't actually the main body. The main body is the big like frisbee that was behind it, and we were doing the equivalent of fighting its dead skin cells. So now, essentially, all we've done is piss it off. So now Ort is mad. And that's phase 2 of the boss fight. Oh yeah, a lot of people do like the spoiler. Do like to spoil, but for like FGO, it's really hard to avoid spoilers because anytime you post like JP content, obviously it'll be a spoiler because NA is, 2 years behind. Usually the only way to avoid spoilers is you see the spoiler and then you just forget about it during those 2 years. Yeah, phase 2 is where it becomes a bigger hassle. He gets 20% more HP. He's like, yeah, man, if you weren't struggling enough, I'd take away your rescue buffs, and I get more health. Probably shouldn't have brought Hokusai of all people. It's fine. She's not gonna last that long anyway. No, I don't have a Discord server. I'm gonna be honest, I find it difficult for me to justify having one. I don't know. I've never like thought about it much. Like, just in my head, I'm just like, who would be in a Discord server? I'm just little old me, right? Wait a minute, what happened to Hokusai? What the whoa, what? Okay, I didn't, damn. I would've popped an evade. I would've popped an evade if I knew she was gonna get one shot. Damn, I wasn't paying attention. Man, I wanted to get some, like, use out of her. That was unfortunate. Okay. I had to pay attention to my screen. What are the chances that we have to use an assassin twice? We'll chance it. What ascension? I want to do third ascension. I like that NP better. NP gain to spam NP. Nah, you know what? NP damage. Damage. Yeah, foreigners counter each other. I wanted to have some fun, but I didn't expect her to get, one shot in one turn. Like, I wasn't even paying attention. I blinked and she was gone. I was like, oh no. You know what? That's fine. You wanna play turn ones? I can do turn ones too. I got turn 1 NP. Stop mirroring my buffs, you bum.
いいですよ。はいはい。
Yeah, foreigners are weak and strong
情欲
against
の
other
矢を放ちま
foreigners.
しょう。
I knew what I was doing.
すべてはつながり虚空と果てる。
I calculated, but boy am I bad at math.
無偏罪を与えます。どうにかなっちゃえ。無限を照らすアーバー。
My goat, Ort, the frame rate destroyer.
誰もどうぞ。
She's got HP, she's got her guts. She will last forever, if we're being honest.
はい。どうにかなっちゃえ。どうにかなっちゃえ。無限罪を与えます。私の愛は中央無尽。
There we go. And Ort is gone.
煩悩もいいです。いいですよ。
Yes, sir. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
情欲の矢を放ちましょう。もはや私の体に全てはつながり虚空と果てる。サンサーラ。
Oh my god, charmed. That's hilarious. She charmed Ort.
喜んでくれますか。どうにかなっちゃえ。私の愛は中央無尽。いくらでもどうぞ。 いくらでもどうぞ。
Alright, she's gone. What are we doing next? I'm thinking Lancer. Is this where Tlaloc gets involved? I think this is where Tlaloc gets involved. No, or is it Ben Yenma? I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't actually paying attention to where we stopped at. Oh no, it's the city. Okay. Very nice. The last stand of the monkey people. Yeah, I'm actually going to bring Ashvatman because his NP gets stronger the weaker he is, or not weaker, the less HP he has, the stronger his NP. So I'm hoping that by the second NP, he's at like 100 HP, and then he might be able to like one-shot a bar by himself. That's my thought process, but if not, it's fine. really banking this on 1 NP. That's really what I'm banking on. And then I want to do a whole bunch of defense reduction. Do that, that's fine. So 2k, sub 2k HP. Oh yeah, he's one-shotting. What does this do? Oh, increase MP gauge. I completely forgot. I forgot he had a charge skill. But that's fine. It doesn't matter. Reduce defense, reduce defense. One shot.
我は死をもたらす戦士なれば不滅の刃を持って何地を引き裂こうその尺がやむらー
Oh no, not a one shot. Okay. Well. Ash is gone. Whoopsie. You know what? I probably could have had it. He could have survived that. He could have cleared that bar if I had, like, popped his invul. But I got cocky. That's on me. So now we're gonna sacrifice Sieg. We're gonna sacrifice the wet noodle homopopsicle. I always loved how they actually gave him turning into Siegfried. That was actually such a cool concept. Like, him as a character, but him turning into Siegfried, I thought that was always pretty cool. We'll do that just in case. Oh, Fort is killing my frames.
転身開始彼方への巡礼を我が身は天の杯を抱えて飛ぶ邪竜なり万物誘拐悪霊がアルグリーゼ刹那であろうとも
Oh no! Oh my goodness! 10 frames per sometimes. Alright, I think that's three HP bars. So we're about nearing the furthest I've ever gotten. Because usually right around this point is where I decide to reset the raid. Okay, so this is Benny. This is the Benny and KP scene. So one of the bad things about Ort is that Ort does not possess a concept of death. As in, if you kill Ort, Ort does not know what it means to be dead. So he just gets back up and keeps moving. So Benny Emma just had to like bestow the concept of death onto Orc so that we can actually kill it. We had to pull a Tiamat 2.0, essentially. Yeah, I usually reset around here just because, you know, I like redoing the raid. I find it so fun. But now it's time to go further beyond plus Ultra. But you know what? Speaking of Tiamat, now that I've mentioned her, wait, hold on. If I'm gonna use Tiamat, I gotta use the beast form. Yeah, she tries to pull a King Hassan, but she realized she's not built like the old man. Thankfully, at least, she got rid of that Solar Storm. That 2k damage per turn was super shit. One of these is the buff, the other one... Okay, so that other one is the charge. I have to make sure I don't double up on the charge. Because he's only NP1. I don't want to waste the 50% battery. What do I want to do? Fuck it, we ball. Best mom! Best mother! Do I want to? Nah, I need the NP. Yeah, I need the NP. So that should get me at least 30%. Oh, okay, a little more. Alright, and then I can pop the battery. That's fine. We'll do... What are we thinking? An evade? Yeah, I'll do the evade. That's fine. And then I'll hit her. I'll have her hit with another Buster Chain. More red. Red equals dead. I feel like this is gonna be a little close. I should have saved that third skill for when she actually uses her NP. I just realized now that every time I use that, I missed her NP. Come on. No! No! Oh, that's unfortunate. If I had a couple of more brain cells, I could have won that fight. Alright, it's fine. Just, at this point, anyone. Mash, get in there. This is what MASH was made for.
両時短装填済みです。インターセプターこれでバンバスターハイアングルトランスファーはあもう少しあと少し
Yes, we know. Berserker. Actually, you know what? I just realized I never used the Avengers. I keep forgetting about them because Ort never goes, you know. Ort never goes like Avenger or Pretender or any of them, so I don't really use them that often. I keep forgetting they exist and that they can also counter the standard 7 classes. Or, you know, like Berserkers, and I can still just use them to deal neutral damage. And Tyra does good being low HP, so this should be good. This should be good for her. Tyra likes being low HP. That's just tough.
なれば過激をはしなく
Oh well. You're not Genji anyway, so that wasn't gonna make a difference.
大殺遂行
We'll do that, because I want to try and get a second end piece.
儚きは常
Because she's gonna get her guts
この
back.
世はなべて散りあくた我が王貴様を捕らえたと諸行無常乗車必須ザ・ホムラとならん
Oh, what? You know what? That's fine. So I have this. Truth be told, those face cards are going to be flying in.
ホムラとならん
Here we go. Shokyo Mujo. Josha Hisoi. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.
儚きは常この世はなべて散りあくた我が王貴様を捕らえたと
Big
諸行無常乗車必須せれこれが恩のホムラよ
Alright, so now we're at the point. Now we're at the point where like the story takes over. I think it's either this one or the next one. But one of these last two break bars, the story takes over, and the Danos take out a bar, right? Shiki Dino takes out one of them at least. Okay, so what's the next one? Actually, you know what? If we're ending on Lancer, I have a nearly gigamaxed Melusine who wants to say hi. Might as well put the dragon to use. Do we go... Actually, or we can go crit damage. No, you know what? She doesn't have an arts buff, so we'll do arts. We'll do arts buff. So here we have our Melusine, like synchronized. No stars at the moment, but that's fine.
敵生命境界捕捉
Only thing I really care about,
ねえ復唱する
getting some damage numbers out.
新面偽装展開精錬たる湖面月光を返す沈め身のデスアロンライト
Yeah, look at that. No buffs. She's so strong. As we're investing, because I wanted her to be my neutral farmer.
Oh, そうなんだ復唱する次はね次はハイアングルクラッ
Actually, we saw the second one, so we'll at least show what the AoE looks like. In case you don't know, she does indeed have 2 NPs.
この名はアルビオン境界を
This one is this Buster's AoE. This will be farming.
フロアからフロモへ時を示せ行けいたいと無謀刻む
Alright, now the story gets involved. So that's the next node, the next story node. The Danos will come in and they will take out a bar, and then there's just one left. It's going... Everything down here is going really bad. It's not... Look at this. Oof. It is not going good up here. They are not having a good time. Ort almost reached his heart. Reclaimed his heart. This... I think this is actually the very next node. This might be it. Man, is it too late to actually go through all these story chapters? I don't know. This is actually new stuff. I don't know. I might as well. I'll go through it. I'll go through it at least a little quickly. I'll give it like 30 minutes. Like 30 minutes. And then I'll call it. And then I'll probably finish it tomorrow morning. Yeah, tomorrow morning I'll probably finish this. Depending. However, its output has fallen significantly. At its current rate, it'll be nighttime in an hour. That must be Vakub's doing. As long as they have the altar, the solar sojourn, the sun will obey a priest's command, at least to some degree. He must have instructed the sun to decrease its output so it would be harder for Ort to find. Well, damn, that was considerate of him. Guess he was a worthy rival for you, huh? Rival? Hardly. He's a much better priest than I ever was, since he's so naturally earnest. No, Tepu, you're just an idiot. Vakub was a dick. Even if that sun is artificial, I dare say this sunset is just as picturesque as any you'd see in proper human history. I never imagined that this was how my dream to enter a safari rally would come true. Just goes to show you, you never know what life has in store. Still, this will be the last time we take in a Lostbelt's landscape. And the last time we present one for And the last time we're present for one coming to an end. The Stormbreaker just sent us another report. They've concerned that 98% of all Miklan's indigenous life is dead. Ort is life-wiping. Wild. Shit. Wait. Now that the Tree of Emptiness Seas don't have anything left to attack, 97% of those have killed themselves. At the moment, the only things still alive in this subterranean world are us, a few Danos, and Ort. And Ort won't be around much longer either. Yep, the Stormborder's primary cannon has already begun its firing sequence. Once Ort makes its way through the plains and into the jungle, we'll bring it to an end. As for the enemy we'll have to face afterwards, we can worry about her once we get back from the Stormborder. I'm so sorry for the trouble our Kukulkan is causing you. I know she's in a very difficult position. Oh no, nothing at all. I can understand where she's coming from. I'm just kidding. And her oh shit, stop it. I'm just kidding. In her capacity as the king of this Lostbelt, I don't know what she'll ultimately end up choosing. But I'm fairly certain the one thing she won't do is wipe all of you out. Oh shit, I wasn't looking at chat. My bad. What time is it for you right now? It's midnight for me. It just hit midnight. Yeah, just hit midnight. Did the music cut out? Oh no, this is the game. Tepu, are you hearing that? What's going on? Nobody told me to expect anything like this. What's with all these life signals? Is it another incident? Are there trees of emptiness seeds gathering here? No, these signals are coming from Danos, and they're all headed this way. But how? I thought they'd all scattered into the jungle. Aha, so that's what happened. Ooh, Koyan! Good grief, it's wonderful to see you all back in the city. But I can't believe you're still chatting peacefully when an extraterrestrial is about to destroy Miklan. If I'm being, I get up very early, and I go to the gym very early. So I might stream like 7 or 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So like 7 or 8 hours. Yeah, because I get up early. Because I don't work till the afternoon. My shift starts at like 2, so my mornings are usually free. But yeah, like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, 7, 8 hours from now. then who knows? Maybe that night I'll also do some Wuwo. Because I do have to start Mengzhou. I have not even touched Mengzhou yet. And I'm just wasting time. I need to grind for Shin. Now I'm wondering if my real body is out there resting between dimensions. Wasn't maybe a little too hasty with her choice. In fact, now I'm wondering if I was deceived. Maybe I should kill that shady Taoist after all. Oh, is that Vakub? Oh, things just got much more interesting. As a PGRCC, what are your thoughts on the Wuwa story? Man, Wuwa's story, it's a good story. Like, I do like the story objectively, but I think they need to work on, I don't know how to word it right. Not continuity or like object permanence. That doesn't make any sense either. I want the story to have consequences. That's what I want. Like, I want stuff that happens, like major events that happen in one region to affect another region. Like, I do understand that most of Solaris itself is kind of localized because every region is dealing with its own issue, right? Every region has its own Threnodian. So, like, you know, Renesita isn't worried about what's happening with, like, Overthrax and Jinzhou because they have to worry about Leviathan. So it makes sense that, you know, they're not, you know, thinking too heavy about what happened. But I do think in... I mean, I guess they kind of... I was going to say that in regions where they've already stopped the Threnodian, they can come help out in the new regions, but they do have to, like, rebuild their cities and stuff, so it makes sense that they're not around. I don't know. I have to, like, think about it to get me... I have to, like, go back and, like, think about it, like, rewatch some playthroughs so I can get 100% concrete. Yeah, like, I want ripples, right? I want ripples. That's what I want. Like, I feel like if somebody is going around stopping these world-ending threats, there should be a little bit of, you know, some more factions should be getting involved. Like, Aleph 1, right? Aleph 1, unlike Overthrax and Leviathan, Aleph 1 was a Solaris problem. It wasn't just a regional Lahairoi problem. If Aleph 1 broke out, Solaris itself is gone, right? Kiss that goodbye. So I would have loved if, you know, we got a little bit more of the other factions, you know, like New Federation has their nose in everything. I would have loved to see some maybe potential New Fed NPCs, even if they just made like an appearance, right? Just a 5-minute appearance, you know, I am a New Fed general and we're sending some dudes to help you, right? I'd have been cool with that. You know, hi, I'm reinforcements from Renesita, right? I just think that would have been really cool, especially since they made such a big deal about Aleph 1 being everyone's problem, right? I really liked seeing Hiyuki there, because Hiyuki is from a whole different region, and she's like, even though we have our own Threnodian to deal with, if we don't deal with Aleph 1, then I don't have to worry about our Threnodian, because Aleph 1 is going to crack the planet in half, right? But like I said, don't get me wrong, I still really like Wuwa Story. They are really good at what they do. Like, the Amith stuff, fantastic. I don't know how much you've heard about the most recent story, the 3.5 story. I've tried very hard not to look at anything, but the consensus is like, mixed reviews, right? I've seen some good takes, and I've seen some good ratings, and I've seen some really bad ratings. So I actually really want to get into it to see what the hype and the hate is all about. So I'm really looking forward to that. I assume the fact you came back to Chichen Itza means you still care for it. But that monster is going to destroy Miklan even before the sun can explode. There are no living creatures left in or below the city? Something? What do you say? I keep hitting this. There are no living creatures in or below the fourth stratum. Are you just going to roll over and let something happen here too? Show some spirit for once, damn it. Even the Oselome. Even the Olosomome didn't go down without a fight. I know, but still, you make a good point. But that's pretty rich coming from you after you conspired to destroy Chichen Itza in the first place. Oh, since the game is a bit too big, I can see that, like a little too mainstream. I can see that, cause let me tell you, the Twitter discourse about Wuwa is crazy. Normie takes, crazy. But yeah, compared to like PGR, it's definitely a lot less serious. It is a lot less serious. It feels like no matter what enemy they fight, like we were just talking about Aleph 1, right? As big of an issue that Aleph 1 is, or was, it never felt like Aleph 1 was a bigger threat than even like the early days Ascendants. Like even Gabriel felt more threatening than Aleph 1. I don't know, maybe they just weren't good at writing. Oh, it's too big for my SSD. No, that's real too. That's also real. I totally get that too. The Wuwa storage is not to be played with. Fucking 150 gigabytes. And then they got it down to like 120. I play mostly on console, but it's like the only big game I have on console. I also have it downloaded on my computer, on my laptop, but it takes up like half my hard drive. But yeah, I was just saying, it's just like, even the early day PGR villains feel more threatening, even though they are objectively less powerful. They don't feel threatening. They're missing that aura, right? They don't have any aura, no threatening aura to them. They feel goofy. In like a good way. Not haha goofy, but like, at no point in Wuwa story did I ever be like, oh, well, they might lose this fight. Nah. But let me tell you, every time something happens with Commandant, I'm like, oh, this dude is gonna die. He's going to die. And then he does die a couple times. Nearly dies. One step from death. No, he does die. He does die. A couple times, actually, yeah. Whether we fight or not, We're still going to go extinct. What's the point of making a stand? They got no Riz. No, Rover has too much Riz. He's got too much Riz. All right, he rizzes everybody he looks at. All right, gathering wives is real. Okay, yeah, I don't even understand how that works. He just shows up out of nowhere and he's just like, hey man, give him the Shrek face, right? The smooth Shrek face. And they're like, you know what, Rover? I've decided I love you. Meanwhile, Rover has actual wife at home in the Black Shores, and he keeps cheating on her. Poor shorekeeper. No matter what happens, Miquelon will be destroyed. I suppose it makes sense we wouldn't change no matter what form these final moments take. Don't be stupid, you're living beings, right? Of course you can change if you want. Sometimes you guys are so smart, you swing right back around to being dumb. Rover should share his Riz to the villains. You know what it is? Rover has rizzed up all of the characters, but like the Fraxidus have rizzed up all of the actual people. Because the girlies go feral for Scar. Alright? They go crazy for that man. They go crazy for him. They go crazy for Cristofaro. They like Frolova a lot. Let me tell you, the Fraxidus have rizzed up Twitter. That's where the Fraxidus Riz is going. It's going to Twitter. What's that? Oh, King of Dinosaurs. You're supposed to be dinosaurs. Seeing you totally lacking ferocity is sickening. You should all be apologizing to the dinosaur fans who are so in love with your wild nature. Listen up, it doesn't matter if your actions don't end up changing a damn thing. As a species, you guys were strong and intelligent. You've long since gotten rid of anything wasteful or unnecessary in your lives. The Maya taught you that excess leads to conflict, tearing people apart instead of bringing them together. They weren't wrong. You've had the right idea for a long time. As a species, you guys became incapable of acting for purely selfish reasons, or just because you personally didn't feel like something. Oh, personally didn't like something. Feel. Where'd I get feel from? But this is your last day on Earth. No matter how selfishly you act, it won't change what comes tomorrow. I wonder if I should try and do like a voice for him. Nah, I'm not doing that yet. Make all the mistakes you want today, because you're not going to have a choice to regret them tomorrow. See, so nothing we do has any lasting repercussions anymore. If nothing we do can change anything, then that's all the more reason not to. It might not change anything, but that doesn't mean it's meaningless. Fighting the death coming for you, even if it's a losing battle, isn't a waste. You still have a choice. You can let it all end. You can let it end all the same way you'd end it. What the fuck? You still have a choice. You can let it all end the same way you'd end any other day, or you can rise up to meet that end. This is a very PGR message right here. Fight even if it's hopeless. That is very Agent Zero of you. The Scar Zipper. Yes, sir. Scar's Onigiri. They were not happy about that. For something bigger than yourselves, you've been taught that ever since you were born. As of right now, your story doesn't have a single conclusion. You loved hearing about the other Lostbelts, right? Well, the people who lived in them didn't just disappear one day. Even when they had no hope of survival, they still went out fighting against their greatest enemy, Chaldea. You guys didn't laugh when you heard about that. You knew there were legitimate reasons for them to fight for the end they wanted. Coming to terms with your extinction, or fighting it to the very last are two very different approaches. If you think of your story as a sentence, it's all about where you put the period. Remember, there's literally no tomorrow, so why make fools of yourself so why not make fools of yourself for a change? I see, you do make a good point. Yeah, I never thought of it like that before. That's exactly why you're our king. Your speech had much more bite to it than Vakub's. Alright, if we're going to do this, I guess we need to make use of NFF services. What? That's the greatest thing I've ever seen. That's the greatest thing I've ever seen. Dinos with guns. Yoink. That's mine. I need all these. Dinos. Dinos with blicks. Bullets are useless against Ord. What if we use biowaves instead? He's carrying the BMG. The BFG. The big fucking gun. In 15 minutes, we have to mobilize stadium. Let's not bother with rockets that explode on impact. We need rockets that will penetrate Port's armor and detonate inside it. See, you don't have a gun. You're lame. While we're at it, we should make the rocket launcher bigger too. Big enough to fill the rockets. Big enough to fill the rockets filled with Wait a minute, what? While we're at it, we should make the whole rocket launcher bigger too. Big enough to fill the rockets filled with bomblets. Alright, that's a sentence. Da Vinci taught me the principle behind explosive ammo like that. Apparently it violates some kind of treaty in proper human history or something. Sounds rough. Yes sir, we got the Geneva suggestions. I can't believe how quickly they're making advances. They might actually be the most dangerous species I've seen yet. You know, NFF services are really nice. Until now, I wasn't sure if you... Oh no! Shit, what happened? Oh no. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I guess the cable was not as stable as I thought it was. Alright. But you've proven yourself an avatar of salvation. Or at least discovery. Can you show us even more weapons? Yes, get more guns! This path of evolution may be dangerous, but I certainly don't mind needing it for this. But I certainly don't mind being needed in this fashion. I take it this means I'm your new object of worship, your new living goddess. Wait, let me make sure the actual. Did the stream come back? But I certainly don't mind being. Okay. Okay, cool. Just making sure like the stream itself didn't crash too. No, we already have a god. You're just a convenient means to an end. Worth a shot. Funny. He mad. Alright. What, feeling left out again, Vakub? Hey, I get it. It's freaky seeing all of them band together with their half-baked ideas, thinking along more human lines. It's nothing like that. I wouldn't be part of that group even if they begged me. I'm nothing like those weaklings who change their whole approach after a few words from their king. Of course you are. You're all the same. And in fact, the fact is, every one of you Danos who came back here did so because you were dying to do something. That something isn't fighting, or even loudly proclaiming your existence. It's the desire to make your mark as a species. That's what drives you guys forward. Always was, always will be. Is that so? Well, they're welcome to it. What are you doing just standing around? Get ready now. You're gonna be my ride, right? Why do you think I became your king in the first place? We're doing this together, Vakoob. Hell, oh, that's a face of all time. Hell, these Danos didn't even know the first thing about fighting. Us hot-blooded types gotta lead the way, or they'll never figure it out. Confused Vakoob. Why did all those Danos just run past the shadow border? Wait, is the game still frozen? Okay, hold on. Let's fix this. Let's fix this. Okay, it's back. Alright, cool. So we'll do this, and then... Okay. Okay, we're back. Okay, go, go, go. Are they going to the fourth stratum? Towards Ort? They're all smiling and waving as they go by. 50, 60... Those are the Danos that survived the attack on Chichen Itza, and they're armed. Don't tell me they're planning on attacking Ort themselves. Storm border to shadow border, I believe you've just passed a pack of Danos. They may be armed, but we are not their target. They are headed out to attack Ort. The King of Dinosaurs informed us they do not need our help. Instead, urged us to focus on our own mission. So I ask that you continue on your current path to rendezvous with us as we originally planned. The primary cannon's firing sequence is complete. By our calculations, you should arrive at the storm border around the same time Ort enters our firing range. Be aware that whether our attack on Ort succeeds or not depends heavily on your arrival time. That is all. Preposterous. That can't be right. We must only have thought they were carrying guns. The Danos are wise and gentle. They're the ideal form of humanity. They may not be human per se, but they embody the goal we should be striving for. So why? Oh, they're going crazy out there. Why would they go off to fight, especially when there's no reason for them to do so? We can destroy Ort all on our own, Cap. That's what we've been working towards this whole time. There's no point in them spilling their own blood here. Gordy. Gordolf, please keep your foot on the accelerator. I know you may have time, but you never know what may happen. Also, this is where I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you all for everything. Oh right, do you have anything I can use as a weapon? Even something simple like a knife will do. You too, Tapu. All of my fellow Deimos have gone off to fight. I can't be the only one not to do so. I understand that, to you, this may seem like nothing more than us throwing our lives away, and I'm inclined to agree. By rights, we can and should be doing all in our power to avoid this battle. But, be that as it may, this is the decision we've made. This is the decision we finally arrived at. If I ignore it now, I could no longer call myself a Danos. How about this? It's a submachine gun we keep on hand for emergencies. You're pretty small for a Danos, so you should be able to use it. Of course, don't worry, I know how to use it. I'll only disengage the safety once I've left the vehicle. Goodbye. No, Tapu! Tapu! Matate! Don't do this, Tapu. I know we have no right to stop you, but I really do. So we've hit the sad emotional portion of every Lostbelt. As if you guys haven't destroyed like several worlds at this point. Trying to act like you're sad. Dude, this is what you like have to do. Didn't Potsy already tell you? Stop being sad about this stuff. Do it. Just do it. We've been lucky enough to see so many different worlds over the course of our journey and destroy them, but we don't talk about that part. Even if some of them had made terrible mistakes or did awful things, nobody in those worlds deserved to die. And compared to them, you Danos are just so kind and wonderful. It's one thing not to be able to avoid your extinction, but why would you throw your lives away in a battle you know is as hopeless as it is meaningless? I'm shocked. I had no idea you harbored such anger, Mash. No, that's not right. You've just been through so much that your gentle nature wasn't sufficient to restrain you. Danos never considered anyone special. We were all equal in the way it mattered. We were all equal in every way it mattered. That's why we never fought amongst ourselves. But I'm not like that. I placed more importance on those I cared for. I remember how your eyes shone when— oh, that's a crazy name. Chick? When Chick showed you about the ideal form of humanity you had always imagined. But then, and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe you found yourself conflicted over the conclusion. People are all equal. Their lives are equally precious. No one should be given special treatment. But if so, then we shouldn't grieve anyone's death, because doing so would undermine that equality. Right, everything Chick said made sense, and I was moved by what she said about how everyone is precious. But in spite of that, I still found it difficult to accept her conclusion. If what she said was right, then we ought to treat the deaths of loved ones and strangers the same. And yet, back then... Indeed, that is the key difference between you and us. And there are differences, Mash. It's inevitable. No two lives can be the same. It's okay for you to empathize with people you're close to more than those you are not. Proper human history's humanity has always sought connections and things that would bring about joy to their lives. That's why you flourished. This may sound heartless, but in a truly equal world, you would end up just like us. It would lead to a world where there is no such thing as a special person, a world where I couldn't even save my one and only friend. Tepu, are you referring to... Yes, I wanted to save Chick. I wanted to save her from being forced to stay in the same place for 6 million years, observing life in Mictlan, the only one of her kind. But my efforts led only to discord and failure, to the point I hid myself away in an attempt to forget everything. I was resigned to my fate, just as another unchanging Denos. But then, all of you showed up. Your tales of proper human history were all dangerous, but they were also wonderful and inspiring. I remember the shock I felt when you first wandered into my home, the trust you and Habitat showed each other through how you both spoke. I remember Carefree Dot's heartbeat and how light and sincere it is. Marine's footsteps as he happily ran around, Olga Marie's indomitable smile, Father Kotomine's suspicious word choices, Da Vinci's wisdom and childlike exuberance. I could go on, but I'd best stop here, or we'll be at this all day. My point is, I may have volunteered to be your guide, but you were the ones who truly showed me a new world. I enjoyed myself immensely, and that's a good thing. Fun is a good thing. Of course it is. How could it be bad? As long as you're upholding good morals, of course. Ha 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 ha. So please, don't think of your world, your actions, as some terrible burden to bear. Haven't we told you before? All of the Denos support you wholeheartedly. We don't hate you. We don't envy you. Yes, it's true, you have. Well, having said all that, I do have some new thoughts. I know humankind hasn't had 66 million years to flourish on this planet. But even so, the fact that nothing changed here in all that time makes me sad. With that time, we could have accomplished so much, but we never did anything. So I wonder now, what was it So I wonder now, was what we really... Oh my god, I can't read now. So I wonder now, was what we had really the best, most peaceful world we could have hoped for? My inability to read. Did I just have a fucking stroke? Wait! Stop it! I now think that very way of life itself was wrong. We never did anything good. We just avoided making making mistakes. Humans are incapable of choosing the correct answer. This is because even if they make the best choice, they can, at the time, they will inevitably learn of a better way later. There can be no absolutely correct choice for any intelligent beings. Our conclusions will always have mistakes, because we are people. We Denos didn't know that. We had no way of knowing that. But now, at long last, we're able to choose a mistake for ourselves. After 66 million years, we've become the same kind of humanity as you, the kind that reaches for the stars. The the same as us, don't be silly. We're the ones who should be striving to follow your example. Then let's each learn from the best in each other. I can think of no more indulgent way to evolve. Anyway, I really must be going now. I already told Carefree Dot everything I wanted to say to him at Chichen Itza. Thank you for everything, Mash. The very first time we met in my cave, instead of taking up your weapon, you greeted me openly. That is one of the many things I love about you. Not at all. I was so happy when you responded so kindly in turn. Goodbye, Tepu. Thank you so much for being our guide. Da-da, da-da, da-da. What? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. The power of maintenance. The power of data update. Ooh, man, what time is it? Oh, it's almost 1 in the morning. Eee. I don't think I missed anything. I think that was the end of the cutscene. Hopefully that was the end of the cutscene, because I don't want to have to go back in to like speed read. Tepu, my goat. He just shikied a whole life off of Ort. Alright, so... yeah, yep, that's it. I can no longer redo the raid. That was it. That was the turning point. My goat, Tepu, he cut off a whole bar. Alright. So this is it. This is the last fight. It's the 3 million, and then I know after this point, Ort goes like Super Saiyan. But I feel like that's a long scene, and I'm so tired. It's 1 in the morning. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna save this for later. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a day right here. For right now, I'll be back in admittedly like a couple of hours. So like 8 o'clock a.m. I'll make a post like as soon as I jump off of here. But yeah, I really do appreciate everybody who showed up. I know it was like super late, like it's not like I gave any warning or anything, so the fact that anyone actually found the stream, you know, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. I really do. I am, of course, getting back on creating the PGR videos. I am in the middle of writing Deceiver's Rapture, and I'm also planning out some like other videos on top, like stuff like what is the punishing virus, but like with information from chapter 33, so like talking about memetics and stuff. Videos that are like listing off the different factions of Babylonia, telling you about them, you know, their history, you know, just stuff like that. Stuff like that, you know, I have to have a lot planned, because I gotta make up for all of this time I was doing nothing. Doing nothing. Yeah, but, like I said, I greatly appreciate everyone who showed up. I appreciate it so much. Thank you all. I don't deserve you guys. I really don't. But I'm so glad I have you. Alright. And hopefully, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day. Night.